Dead miles are the hardest things that you can ever try to sustain because you have to be able to stay within your market and make sure to keep those dead miles low. Welcome back to my channel as I give you tips and tricks in the levels of uncertainty in the gig economy. Dealing with patience, dealing with a great mental attitude to be able to do this consistently and indefinitely for whatever goals you have and what you want to build into something bigger and better. Dead miles, very, very important. Dead miles are basically miles that you use to move from either one Walmart or one DoorDash or from any area in your market. And you have to do your best to keep those miles low. Normally the standards are, $10 for 5 miles or $12 for 4 miles, stuff like that, okay? Now, there'll be times that if you want to stay within a market and be in that market, you're going to have to stop your car and wait. The waiting is probably the most painful and annoying thing of doing the gigs because you have to learn to curb your patience. You have to learn to stay focused on what your standards are. And sometimes it's going to be hard. But you got to hold on to that because when I'm looking at my miles and I see that I'm putting more miles on my card because I'm chasing after offers because I need that money and I want that money, you have to know when is the fine balance. Because remember, you're already putting wear and tear on your car. All right? It ain't going to go out anywhere soon. But if you could try to minimize it to the best of your ability, it's going to help in the long run on car services, gas, expenses. So you have to really tighten your market. You have to really stay in your market. That's where multi-apping comes in. Making sure that you have other apps that you can rely on while this other app kicks in. Like right now I got Sam's Club, then I'm going to go pick up something right now. But if I could pick up something from DoorDash that's higher than the Sam's Club, then I will drop the Walmart and I'll go for the Sam's Club. I'll drop the Sam's Club and go for the DoorDash. It's all about knowing how to manage your market, how to manage your time, and how to manage the dead miles, okay? That's the extra wear and tear on your car that you have to be so careful with. But when you do it the right way, it's a skill. When you do it the right way, you're staying grounded in your market. You're making sure to calculate how much distance is going to be for this to communicate that. And it's going to help immensely in the long run. Sure, we have to chase after the dollar amount, but I look at the miles. Is it worth it for me? Because if it's not worth it for me, I'm not taking it. So, and sometimes, you got to just learn to be patient. You got to be totally emotionally and mentally in control. You got to know that, okay, I'm putting in 8 hours. I have all my apps on at full strength. I have my market. I have all my restaurants. I have all my Walmarts that are within my area. I use DoorDash to ground me in the area so I can take deliveries from DoorDash and stay in the area. So that this way I can wait for something from Walmart or Sam's Club to kick in. And it's just really connecting all the apps together to generate that income stream that you need for the day, whatever that may be, within the 8 hours that you work, okay? That's how I do it. It's less mental stress on me, less emotional stress, and it gives you a clear-cut picture of how much money you're really making, okay? How much are you really making per hour, all right? And as I said in the past, these gigs, depending on the amount that you have, I have DoorDash, I have Grubhub, and I have Walmart Sparks. I have a strong market, okay? I know where to go and how to maintain my dead miles to the best of my ability. This is logistics, okay? This income can sustain me as long as I'm married, as long as the bills are being paid, and it can sustain me as long as I have a partner. I mean, again, if I was living by myself, I don't know how sustainable it could possibly be. I would have to work a massive amount of hours. But then again, there are hundreds and hundreds of people actually doing this. So you have to find your happy medium. You have to find your happy number that works for you for this so-called financial autonomy. All right? And you got to find that comfort number. You got to know what that number is and just work towards that number, but keep it in the back of your head. Put the time in and work the time and see if you're hitting close to that number with the time that you're putting in. I use the time as a mental and emotional thing for me to make sure that I've taken advantage of the 8 hours being out here. That's it. I'm done. If I worked 8 hours, I did good. I'm done. I'm finished for the day. Okay? And whatever money I make is what I make in that day, minus expenses. Okay? It takes the pressure off of you. This is why I don't want to burn myself out. This is why I don't want to put too much added pressure. Sometimes we put more added pressure on ourselves than other people on us. So the great thing about this financial autonomy is that I can actually gauge myself and see how well I'm doing based on the amount of time that I'm putting in. And I work it like that. I am all against not burning out. And if I know how to manage my time the right way, and if I know how to manage my dead miles the right way, then it can be done. So if you follow those three things, your hours that you work, the market that you have, the apps that you have on, this will take the less pressure off you because you know what your, how can I say, you know what your metrics are. Consider them metrics, okay? Do you have a good market? Do you know how many hours you're working? Do you basically have all the apps on at full strength? Stay in your market. Do your best not to chase after money that's going to put more dead miles on your car. Because now you're driving too much. And you have to be very, very careful with that. Because it could really, really creep up on you. You know, dead miles can creep up very quickly. And you got to really monitor your miles to the best of your ability. So it's good to have that as a gauge to keep you in your market. And yes, there are going to be times when you're going to have to basically be patient. You're going to have to wait, okay, until orders come in. Stop your car. Park somewhere where you're in your market. Park somewhere where there's a strip that has a lot of restaurants for DoorDash or Uber Eats, whatever apps you have. Stay in that market. Don't get out of that market. Stop the car. Pause for a bit. Go on YouTube. Do something creative. Catch up on on something that you have to do on the phone or anything like that, or with a friend. Monitor your apps as they're working. And do it that way. And this will keep you grounded and anchored in your market, which will then keep your dead miles low to the best of your ability. Sometimes some dead miles will creep in there, maybe 6 dead miles, 7 dead miles, but that's better than 20 miles or 26 miles. Now you know you're doing something wrong. Now you're either chasing the money too much, or you could be taking big batch of orders that the miles are a little bit off, and you got to really monitor that to the best of your ability. Because it can happen. It can creep up on you. And you got to know when to say, okay, I'm not going to drive this far away. And there's really no need to. If you have a solid market, if you know you got a good market in your area and you know how to do it the right way, then there's no need for you to move from market to market. Just look at the offer, see where it's being dropped off, and then if it's keeping you close to your market, as well as using DoorDash, okay, you now shrink the market and you're working specifically in that market for yourself. That's how you own your market. You got to own it by keeping the dead miles low, working your hours, having the apps on, especially DoorDash or Uber Eats, which will anchor you in that area, while you have Walmart and Sam's Club or whatever Walmart's around you in that area as well too. That is how you keep your miles low. That's the main thing. Keep those miles low. There is no need for you to be driving around all day, all over the place. That's why I look at my trip meter. I know what time I start. I know how much miles I'm starting with, and then I track it like that. That's the way you do it. Hope you got some value out of this. Keep going out there. You guys are doing great. I believe in each and every one of you. Stay positive. Let's keep supporting the community. And I appreciate every effort that you guys use in sending me comments. Also, feel free to check out my store, my landing page, that I have items in there that I'm always adding that helps with your lifestyle for the gig economy. Have a great day.